Well, God bless God. It's an interesting day, isn't it? Donald Trump has decided that Mexico is the problem for the people coming here, not our great economy and the fact that South America's falling apart. You gotta feel bad now that we recognize that the Department of Homeland Security lied to us last year and that we have more children dead inside of our custody than ever. Of course, this is coming from a Republican Party that believes that you shouldn't have abortion, yet it's okay to kill people from South America and from Mexico inside of border crossing stations that are ill-prepared to take care of them or provide them the needs that they have. But let's move on from that. Let's talk about something very interesting, like Israel and the new elections coming up. Do you think that Benjamin Netanyahu is going to be able to corral all the Arabians and lock them up and threaten them that they can't go home unless they vote for him again? He was so tight in this last election, and now that his wife has pled guilty of what she did, and he is guilty of what he did, do you think that he's really going to get elected, or that he can even get a coalition to bring his government together? He has strong-armed his government so much that you cannot vote for anyone else but him, unless you want to look like you don't believe in the Judaic faith of God. Perhaps you would like to live in Israel and not follow the Torah. Well, then you're an outcast. Ask Yair, his son. You're not good enough to be part of their coalition, unless you're one of them. It's a very sad state of affairs. Moving on, it becomes even more obvious now that Saudi Arabia is behind the coalition to attack Tehran and Iran. Unfortunately, at this time, it's a realization that Saudi Arabia doesn't even have the ability to take out Yemen. And if they can't take out Yemen in order to have that port there that they strategically need and the oil underneath Yemen because they're running dry, and they didn't care that they bombed themselves because there's no oil being produced, then they can't take out Iran. Remember, Iran follows the birds, and the birds of God, and a long time ago. The Persians were supposed to be wiped off the earth, and they weren't. And because you didn't destroy them, and you took from their culture, and you took from their people, they survived. And their survival makes them survivalists, and so they cannot be destroyed by you. The sound of their voices is the sound of birds, and God enjoys that. The great Simurgh flies with them. There is no way that you will be able to destroy them. So all the Arab states can be there. Just remember that the last of the Salman family with what they had done had fallen, and they sat there in their kingdom bleeding to death. Next thing to talk about, the Marshal. The Marshal's pretty serious. If he's willing to kill everybody that was in the delegation that met with Donald Trump and lock them up, then he is more than willing to attack a base. And I guarantee you the kid is not out to play. Biblical terms put him as the child reborn. Donald Trump the one risen from the sea of faces, and the child to strike him down upon a white horse. I don't know what that means. Yet in biblical terms, and from the Torah, the trumpet will sound not once, but twice. Once when he names himself and is risen from the sea of faces, twice when he is struck down after the child comes forth. The child has come forth. He has already created the big boom. Now what will he do? I'd be on high alert. On a final note here, it's great to see the dragon and the wolf working together. God bless them. They have a lot to offer each other. If they would come together in sovereignty to help out South America, we could see so much better for this world. The dragon is right. The OS format that Apple uses and Google has comes from the Mac libraries and was stolen in World War II. Before the Mac libraries was destroyed, they had taken the information from it, then blew it up. Theft of intellectual property that is not yours is still not yours. Do not be afraid if you do not understand how they created Google. Just steal it. Seriously, just steal it. And by the time they catch on to it, upgrade it. You can't not tell them that you can't have it. What are they going to do? Take you to the World Trade Organization? They just attacked Mexico with 5% tariffs. Steal it. Steal Google. Steal the whole thing. Anyways, the final thing to say here is that the Brexiteers will win. They will not get Brexit. They will not get Brexit at all. The Green Party will come in after them and they will annihilate them. Nigel Farage and Boris, whatever he is, obviously he's born in New York. He's probably a Trump family member. He looks like a Trump family member. I would test his blood, definitely. Pull a Elizabeth Warren on him, see if he isn't related to the tribe. Anyways, God bless God, the most solemn God, in admiration we trust, and love and solidarity, the most magnificent, the most adoring, the most admirable, the most loved. God bless God. Salah.